hey, you watching on the toilet, scrolling, I see you, or on the couch, don't do that. You can watch wherever, we're not going to see you.
Right.
Just, make sure to have etiquette, wash your hands. Like, you know how dirty phones are?
Oh, gosh.
My wife tells me over and over and over again. But no, we're on the MoneyBru show. I'm here with Adriana Morrison, and we're going to talk about her pageantry career, what it is like to be Miss Arapahoe County here in Colorado. It's a big county, guys. It's incredible to have met you. I'm so honored and thank you. Shook your hand when I sat down.
Oh.
I picked the seat. I was like, I need to sit there. And then there you we're chatting.
I'm glad you did. I love your energy.
Right. So
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see us.
I'll do this. Hey everyone, check out Ben Marla, always on Graham Stephan's show. This is the MoneyBru show. Like, share, subscribe.
Here we go, baby. Time to make some money.
That's right. Do some marketing there, right? All the channel and everyone. Thanks, Ben.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Come along and see us.
Right. So we're at the Aspire event here in Denver, Colorado. They throw on an amazing event. So we'll talk about that towards the end. We're gonna try a lunch bar. Because it's about lunch right now.
Yes.
We're both kind of hungry.
The timing.
And then David Goggins is going to be on stage. This is why you're here.
Yes, I am.
David, so if you're watching this, come and check her social out and connect and boost what she's got going on too. But yeah, let's jump into it. How did the pageantry stuff happen and where is that going?
Well, I was approached by someone who used to take my classes when I was coaching in the Fitness Boutique franchise, and she was Mrs. Colorado 2010.
No way.
And
What's her name?
Shalon Polson.
Okay.
And so she took my class and she's like, you should do the Mrs. Colorado pageant. And I'm like, Shalon, you're crazy. No, go ahead and do it. No, you're crazy. So this went on. She would take my class and mention it, and this carried on for about 4 to 5 months. And then finally, at some point along the line, I thought, I wonder if I could do it. So
good for you.
My first foray into the pageant was in 2021. So the pageant at that time took place in June. They were coming off of how to transition back from COVID because they had to make a lot of provisions the year prior. And so when I entered the pageant, Mrs. Colorado is under the Mrs. America system.
Gotcha.
There are 3 crowns that are at the state level for every state that are awarded. So the top 2 in the Mrs. division, so in the married category, first and second place basically, advance to the nationals in Vegas for the Mrs. America system, or for the Mrs. America pageant.
So you're working your way to that right now?
Yes, okay. I currently am. Okay. Now there is a Miss division, and it's Miss Colorado for America Strong. So it's Miss State for America in whichever state in the United States that viewers are residing in.
Yeah.
And so one single, 2 married women will advance.
One of my clients is a Miss Colorado, Brandy. I'm trying to think of her last name. I don't know exactly. Brandy Babin. Yeah. Brandy Babin, and she was a Miss Colorado, so she's the single mom.
Now there's a variety of different pageant systems, so it depends if it's under Miss USA or Miss America or Miss United States or any of those. So so I entered in 2021 for the first time, and I had no pageant experience, a little bit of guidance. I ended up making the top 5. Okay. I was 3rd runner-up to the crown, and I was awarded the Mrs. Photogenic. So that gave me a modeling contract with Donna Baldwin Agency here in Denver, and I'm still being represented by them today, so that was cool. The second year I did it was in 2022. I made the top 10. There was as they were calling the 5th name for the top 5, they said that there was a tie, and then they said, judges, you need to break the tie. So the tie was broken, my name was not being called, and then I found out a week later that I was the other half of the tie.
Oh, no way. That's
so I was that
awesome.
close. So I was like,
well, they
if I'm
brought
so close.
you. Yeah, they liked you.
Yeah. So then in last year, which was 2023, I entered again, and I ended up winning second runner-up and best in interview.
Wow.
So
excellent.
I'm inching closer and closer. I know where my deficits are, so
Sure.
the goal is to improve whenever you can. I don't feel like I was robbed from the crown. I just feel like there's always room for improvement.
Exactly.
So the pageant is in a few days from
today when we're filming.
When
so
we
go
are
check,
filming.
Yeah, see where she's at after this. It's going to be pretty epic.
And
fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. So, but my platform is Autism Awareness, Acceptance, and Advocacy. So 1 in 36 children will be diagnosed with autism according to the CDC this calendar year. I have 3 out of my 4 on the autism spectrum. It is because it's a unique journey, special needs families. There's a whole lot that goes into that lifelong tapping into resources and support that is not always there, or sometimes it's a challenge to get to find. And so the advocacy allows me to use my voice.
Cool.
I'm very active with the Autism Society of America.
Nice.
So I'm in connections with this.
Okay, before we carry on this video, gut health. We've got to talk about this because it's super duper important. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever vomited everywhere, or your kids have had intense diarrhea and you just can't figure out where your energy is going, it's definitely got something to do with your gut. So what happens is your gut's connected to everything, right? It's connected to the like nervous system of your body, but then it's also connected to how much energy you have, how much you're processing, and all that jazz. So don't be stuck on the pooper. Check this out. This book, they didn't ask me to sponsor it or even do a name drop for it, but this is Dr. Indy, and she holds a pretty cool degree in medicine and bioenergetic medicine and sacred medicine, but not just that, it's natural stuff. So like, we had this issue with our kids and a tummy bug, and so to figure it out, we tried some kombucha, we tried some other things that could work, and she finally gave us some solutions in the book that actually ended up working. So if I pull this up, let me just grab this. This is her Instagram page, and then she's also launched it on Amazon. So if you remember Travis Little from one of our episodes, he was doing all the cool creative skateboards with really unique designs, and we tried to beat his design with AI. Nothing much came from that, so that was pretty crazy that he still crushed it. But Indy's page, it's all about fitness. She works with high performance athletes, and I can tell you now, as a business owner, when my gut is in a good spot, my performance is so much better as well. So I'm able to sustain high energy. I'm able to kind of push through the day. If I need to take a nap, I'll do it, but this really does help so much. So do me a favor, go check out her book on Amazon. It looks like this. Give it a shout, try the Kindle, it's free right now. Leave it a review, and let's help her get that book out there, and watch how she crushes it. So her handle on Insta, which she has a lot of good tips on, is Dr. Indy Vazquez. So yeah, you can definitely follow her and go check out her link tree. Thanks guys, enjoy the rest of the episode, and yeah, check and make sure your gut is in order. Cheers.
So the CEO of Autism Society of America is Christopher Banks, and he and I are in conversations as to where we're working on where my voice can fit in, where we can continue to bridge the gap and have a greater exponential reach, so that families, especially in Colorado and then beyond, are able to tap into resources and support that some might not be aware of. And it always amazes me that every time I go to an autism-related convention or an event where there's newest technology and practices and tools that can help families just live a higher quality of life, that there are companies or organizations that some families don't know about. And so so being able to bring that to fruition, and just be a greater voice.
You know what I love? What I love is that it's showing our audience and entrepreneurs, people that are in this space that may have kids that are struggling, that they can do it. Like, you can make it happen because you're an example of that, and that's why the pageantry stuff is so cool. So if there's a message we can leave with you, it's at least that. And you can listen to the first episode. She talks a little bit more about it, which I think is phenomenal. We'll talk a little bit more on Aspire, and then if people want to support you, can they just go to your Instagram and start to follow you? Or?
Yeah, so I have several. I'm all over social media. So on
TikTok account.
Yes, so I'm so on TikTok. My handle is fitness with Adriana _, one N in my name. A lot of people want to give me two. But Instagram, I have 2 accounts. It's fitness with Adriana, no underscore, and then also another my pageant page is Mrs. Arapahoe County. There's an E at the end of Arapahoe.
Awesome.
And the other thing I do want to mention is that you know, when you reach for greatness and you step into your limelight, and sometimes there are opportunities that might seem scary that we've yet to do, but if they present themselves, I think it's important to just go for it. Last year, I was asked to do a TV show on E360 TV network.
Yes.
That we do have. It's called The Health Revolution.
So glad you mentioned it, because I was like looking at all the episodes and I was like, this is really cool.
So we cover all things the physical strength, the emotional resilience, and the mental mastery. All things that fall under that umbrella. We have some really cool conversations.
Yeah. Do you guys have business stuff on there? Get me involved.
Yes.
I'll bring the international business stuff.
Okay, so we'll continue our conversation,
awesome.
Of course.
Yeah.
But we're on E360 TV, so our channel is available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and also E360 has their app in the App Store and Google Play Store.
Come on, look at that, right? She was bold. Now she's like, we're talking all about this. Okay, this is a lunch bar.
Lunch bar, yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
So you hold it. It's probably very familiar to some of the American candy you get.
Okay.
Which I
American
prefer.
candy.
All
Okay,
right.
so this is a little bit firmer
Then something you know.
Yeah, it's got like a firm type of it's got a firm shape, so it's not gooey. All right, so here we go.
It's made out of Cadbury chocolate. It breaks in your mouth as you bite it. It's like goes everywhere. For guys with beards, it's not ideal.
Just kind of like,
what does your husband do and what's his role? Because, gosh, like that also plays a part sometimes. But yeah, because he, you know, how does that look like? My kids are young. Like I have a 3-year-old right now and a 1-year-old.
Okay.
They're gonna go.
Yeah, so my kids are 19, 18, 16, and 15. They came by way from my first marriage. So went through the divorce, raised the bar on myself, did a lot of growing and accountability, which put me in a position to meet my incredible husband today. His name is Art. He is retired military. He spent time in the United States Army, 82nd Airborne. So he.
Oh, thank you for service.
Thank you.
I'm a 2-year American citizen now, and I'm a baby patriot. So
yes,
I love patriotism because you don't always see it in other countries. Like we do not, like in South Africa, the police are defunded, so it's all private security.
Right.
Like I have 3 private securities. I hit one, they come, they show up, arrest the guy, create the justice. He goes to jail, comes out in like 10-20 minutes because it's too full.
Oh.
It's community justice.
Okay.
Like we have groups like on Facebook. We're like, hey, someone over here is doing something weird. Let's all go like make sure they're okay. Isn't that mind blowing? So
yes, it is.
But when people serve, we don't realize how far they're pushing that barrier.
Very much so.
And we're fortunate, like in the 1% of the world right now. Guys, if you want to see more guests like Adriana and you want to follow her, go find her stuff. We'll have it linked in the description. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on all the channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram. You'll see it everywhere. And if you have questions and stuff you want to ask her, go for it. If you want to see more guests like her, I encourage you to let me know, and we'll definitely double down on this. How many gold nuggets, man? So many. I'm so thankful. And yeah, like I always say, guys, cheers. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for being here. Amazing question.
Check out House Hack, and then also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you. MoneyBru Show. Shout out.